Yeah, pretty much.
We're kind of doing what we did at pre. Yeah. All right, welcome to Garage Pilates. Here we are, our Facebook Live, 9 a.m. class. We're going to go ahead and lie down on your mat. We're going to start with some pelvic peels. So you want to lie flat, knees bent, feet planted down, but make sure you feel like every single toe is pressing into the mat. Your heels are heavy. Think about where you're connected into the mat. So the back of the head is really heavy. Pull your shoulder blades into the mat. Triceps, fire that up. So there's a way to just kind of lazily hang out on the mat, and then there's a way to be really aggressive and connected, heavy through the back of the head. So just take an inhale here, exhale, blow out all your air. Do a couple big breath cycles like that, feeling that your lungs are just filling up. And then I like to pretend like my lungs don't know how to exhale, and I have to really suck my abs in to force the air out. So you begin to use your abs with your simple breath pattern. Good. All right, let's add a little bit of movement in the lower body. So you're just going to catch an inhale for nothing. And then on the exhale, you're going to sink your ribs in. You're going to rock your hips so your tailbone pops up. And then you're going to finish by lifting all the way up. At the top, catch an inhale and feel like you're lengthening your knees over your toes. And then on the exhale, pull your front ribs in to press your back ribs down. And then just roll through your spine until your tailbone is heavy. Inhale there, and then exhale, peel up. So I'm going to kind of turn you loose and let you do this movement on your own. Here is the requested breath pattern. You're going to move on exhales. So you inhale at the bottom, and then exhale, peel up. Nice. And then inhale at the top when you feel like you're stretching out, and then exhale, lower back down. So what we're trying to do is get the breath into the body with movement and really warm up the hamstrings and the glutes. But as you do this, really recognize that the abs are the boss of the spine. So when you go down, you're pulling your front ribs in, and the result of that effort is the back ribs press into the mat. So we're not lifting. This is different than like a yoga bridge. We're not lifting the spine as one straight unit. We're really articulating through every single joint in your back. Now you can come back to this base move. This is going to be your base move. I'm going to give you options to build off this, but this is what you will roll back to if you don't like the options I'm going to give you. The next time you find yourself lifted, hold. So you come up and you hold. Notice first how level your pelvis is. So these hip bones are super even. One is not higher than the other. And then we're going to feel very planted in the left foot. The left foot is your grounding foot. You are going to take that right leg, and you're going to unhinge at the knee and reach up and away. Hold it here. But notice still your pelvis is level, because what will happen is since your right leg is up, the right hip will try to drop. Don't let it. Squeeze into both booty cheeks and lift up. Good. So let's build. Let's take that straight leg that's floating, and we're going to inhale it down, and then on the exhale, pull from your belly and lift it up. So the straight leg is going down and up. Straight leg is going down and up. Good. And then we're going to take it down and then pull to lift it up. Do one more. And then you're up and you're holding. Good. Bend at the knee, plant the foot back down, and then take a moment to stabilize. So we've got both feet down. We're not going to drop the pelvis. Good. Other leg has a turn. So step one is just get that leg up nice and long. And then we hold it here for a moment, and we try to make sure the hips are level. Just because we lifted the leg does not give the hip permission to drop. Let's add movement. Inhale down. On the exhale, pull from your belly and drag it up. Good. Keep flowing through this, feeling like your leg is somehow growing 1 inch each time you lift it up. Dig deep into the belly. Nice. Last one, and you're going to take it up and then hold it, and with lots of control. Very good. I saw you lift that up. Good. Very good. Bend at the knee. Let your foot find the mat. Press your pelvis up one more time with an inhale, and then it's the slowest lowering down you've ever done. Articulate through the spine. Once the flush of the booty drops, then you're going to pull your knees in, hug them to your chest, and kind of rock it back and forth. Nice. All right, let's plant our feet back down. So same starting position. Arms are connected once again, so before we allow movement, feel really heavy with the back of the head, the triceps, shoulders, hips. You're going to inhale for nothing. Then on the exhale, peel back up. So we're lifting the hips and the spine. Hold it there. Okay, this is where it gets a little bit tricky. I want you to feel like you're still connected with your feet into the mat. We're going to be rotating the pelvis, okay? So the hard part is keeping your knees exactly where they are. Now know your right and left. We are going to twist through the pelvis, and you want to drop the right hip and lift the left. And then drag it back to center. And then the other way, drop the left and lift the right. Drag it back to center. So it's just the lower spine and the hips doing the movement. You're trying to keep equal weight in both feet, and you want to keep equal sense of grounding in both shoulders. Nice, it's just a twist through. So we're getting the obliques, and I want you to challenge your range of motion. We're stretching out, the spine is long, and then we add the rotation. Good, evening things out here, so we've done the same amount on both sides. Find center again. Good, from here, think of what 1 inch looks like in your head. One tiny little inch, not that big. We are going to drop the pelvis 1 inch, and then we are going to lift it 1 inch. We drop it 1 inch, and we lift it 1 inch. It's small. Now as you're doing this, let's target the other areas of the body that are not in motion. Let's stretch out the neck. Can you make yourself a little bit longer? Avoid looking side to side, just think lengthen. Try to stretch your knees over your toes so your whole body gets long. Yeah, very good. 2 more. Nice. And then hold up top for an inhale. Exhale, suck your belly in and lower your spine bit by bit. Excellent. Hug your knees into your chest, and you can rock that side to side, really whatever your body wants. If rocking forward and backward feels good, side to side, whatever your body's craving. But when you do this, notice if you start to hold tension anywhere, you want to make sure your shoulders are holding no tension. Nothing's getting tight. Very good. Okay, let's zip our legs together and hit your tabletop position. That's just a 90-degree bend at the knees, right? And then check in with your body, because if you have a sensitive lower back, and I know these bodies and these clients, so I can kind of check in with that, but at home, if you have a sensitive lower back, you're going to want to make accommodations so you don't aggravate anything. So, and even if you just slept wonky and you typically have a fine in your back, but it feels bad today, what you would do is you would pull your knees more on top of your body. Good. Or you could even cross at the ankles. And then when I kind of cue up the choreography, you're not going to go big. You're going to think very small movements. Another thing you can do to save the lower back is to really suck your belly in and press your lower spine down. But if your lower back is feeling fine and it's never really aggravating you, then we can allow for a small curvature in the lower spine, kind of hitting a neutral posture. Good. All right, so now we know what to do with the legs. We're going to take our arms straight up to the ceiling. We're going to play around with the shoulders a little bit. It's not going to feel like a huge movement, but I just want you to feel how the upper back is really in control of the arms. So keep your elbows straight, and on an inhale, you're going to pick your shoulders up like your fingers want to reach to the ceiling. And then on an exhale, you're going to squeeze your shoulder blades down into the mat and pinch your spine. And then inhale, you lift that up, and then on the exhale, you squeeze back down. And it's just, do a couple more of those. And I really want you to feel how much you can fire up your upper back. Like you can really plug those shoulder blades into your upper back. And that's where we're going. So the next time you plug your shoulder blades in, you're going to stay there. We're going to drive them down and hold. Nice. But now fire up those arms. So if I came over there and tried to knock your arm around in space, I couldn't do it. If I came over there and sat on your shins, you could totally hold me because your body is on. We are not lazy in this position. We're very energetically on. Let's add an abdominal curl. Catch an inhale for nothing. Then on the exhale, you are going to stretch out your spine. You're going to lift your head, neck, and shoulders, and you're going to press your arms down alongside your body. That's your exhale. Then on the inhale, you're going to take it right back down to starting. And then repeat. Exhale up. After you do a couple of these, you will have a sense for how your neck feels. And I never want you to work through any pain, and that's important. It's not a whole no pain, no gain situation here. That is not our strategy. We have to honor what your body's giving you today. So if your neck doesn't like this, you would go ahead and bring your hands behind your head. With your Pilates abdominal curl, what you need to nail is the idea of length. We would never move anything unless we're lengthening it. So I want you to feel like you're stretching out your entire spine, which includes your neck. And then on the way up, what is really happening within the body? It's basically you asking your ribs to approach your hips. There is a squeeze that's happening. And it's fine that that's happening because everything else is lengthening up and over. So you do see your thighs at the top. Excellent. Now the next time you find yourself lifted into your abdominal curl, let's hold there. Hold it there, good. And remember, your legs are on, they're pinched in. If your lower back is unhappy, pull your legs on top of you a bit. Let's change the arms. Hands behind your head, and you want to feel like you're just kind of stacking your palms, like stack one hand on top of the other, grab your neck, and then pull, pull, pull until you're holding the base of the skull. And then maybe you could lift one more vertebra up off the mat. Yes, excellent. Okay, we are going to move annoyingly slow here. We are going to twist our left shoulder up and over our body toward the right, and then we are going to come through center really, really high, and then we're going to twist the right shoulder up and over to the left, and then come through really, really high. Keep rolling through that movement. And here's the deal. You got to come through very, very high because the body's going to get tired, and it's going to want to drop when you come through center, but you're not going to let it. With that grip that I described from your hands and your head, let's make that even more aggressive. I want you, without losing any height, to feel like you're pushing your head into your hands with equal force pushing your hands into your head. Even things out. We started twisting over to the right, so I want you to end twisting to the left, and then you're going to bring it center and you're going to hold. Nice, just hold it there. Tiny movements for the lower body, and then I'm going to give you a rest. So you're up high in your curl. Your legs are going to go feet toward the ground, and then pull back up. Inhale, and then exhale. Now you don't have to go big. You could go an inch because you have to honor your lower back. Don't aggravate it. Good. It's like a two-part exhale to return. The inhale down, and then you start your exhale, you suck your belly in and bring it back. So look at your belly and admire how there's a time where you just suck your belly in, and you can see it. You see your abs pulling in away from your hands. This is it. Last one. Pull it up there, catch an inhale, and then exhale, release everything. You can hug your knees into your chest. Good. Take a couple of really deep breaths. Fill up your lungs, blow out all the air. And then again, you're going to fill up your lungs and blow out all the air. Good. Bring your arms down alongside your body. So for this one, we're going to be doing some leg circles. The name of the game is stability. I want you to feel as though if we were just going to think about the bare bones of this exercise, you're going to be moving one body part, but the real exercise is keeping everything else still. So let's set it up. Your arms are going to come a little bit on the outside of the mat, and we can play with that. You can go out further or in closer. Feel once again the heaviness of the back of the head, shoulders, triceps. Know your right and left. Now take that right leg, suck your belly in, and reach your right leg up, toes to ceiling. Just a tiny bit of a turnout, like the leg is long and it's a turnout. If you find that you're a little bit tight today, and when you take the leg up, it's bent, then what you would do is lower it until it goes straight. Okay, so figure that out. Now for the other leg, the left leg that's down there, flex hard through the ankle joint. Good. And then from here, we're going to do some leg circles, but I want you to feel like it's small. So envision a softball. That's it. That is the size we're going for. You're going to cross over for the inhale, exhale, complete. Inhale the first half of the circle, exhale, complete. We're doing 6. So count your own, pull your belly in. Could you make that leg longer? Could you aggressively fire up the other leg more? How about the shoulders? Is anything else moving? Ideally, no. After you've done 6, we will reverse, but we're hanging on to the same breath pattern where we inhale the first half and we exhale the second half of that circle. Good. Lift your chin out of your throat just a hair. Nice. Shoulders. I couldn't peel your arm up if I tried. After you've done 6 on that side, hold and just convince your leg that it could grow 1 more inch. Now, fire up your abs because I want your belly always to support your spine. We are going to do a slow motion switcheroo of the legs. Slow motion switch. Nice. And then energize this. The leg that's now on the floor is long and flexed really hard. Leg in the air, pointed, and just a teensy bit of an external rotation. Envision your size. It's softball. Blow out all your air first, and then inhale the first half, exhale the second. Good. Inhale the first half, exhale the second. 4 more. Count on your own. Feel the heaviness in your hips. It's a very equal sensation. Nice. Shoulders are heavy. Check in with your neck. And then after that 6th one, we are reversing, but same breath. Inhale the first half of the circle. Exhale, pull your belly into with it closed. Good. Go hard into your navel to spine. Yes. Good. Flex hard through that other ankle joint. After that 6th one, you are going to freeze and hold. Good. And then this leg stays. It's going to stay in the air. On your next exhale, the other leg comes up to join it. Now we're going to hit a Pilates V shape. So what the heck is that? It's a V with your feet. The heels are together, but not just like kind of together. They are aggressively pressed together. I couldn't separate them if I tried. Why this V is happening is because the hips are in turnout. So it all starts in the pelvis. You turn your hips out, and then the knees turn out, and then the feet find their V. And it should be effortful for you to just hold this position. Good, dig deeper into your lower belly. Nice, now if your body doesn't like this and it hurts, you would bend at the knees and hold here. So you still have your turnout, it's just a diamond position between your legs. So there's levels. Fully extended and straight is very aggressive. If that's not where you're at today, then just go ahead and soften through the knees. Nice, that looks good. Let's go ahead, and we know how to do this. We've been here before. Reach your arms up to the ceiling, hands over shoulders. Plug your shoulder blades into your upper back and feel how you're now connected into your side body. Inhale. On a slow exhale, curl up and press your arms down. Yes. Inhale, lower. And then exhale, lift. Continue rolling like this. Here's what I want you to feel with your lower body. Because remember, we're targeting the upper body with movement. So you're thinking ribs to hips. However, the lower body has to stay tight and on. So you are externally rotating, you're pinching, you're making sure your legs don't move at all. When you come up, they don't come to you, they stay right where they are. Yes! Good. This is it, your last one. Come on up and hold. Hold it there. We're holding position, but we are not holding breath, so keep it rolling. Keep breathing for 4. Keep breathing. 3, 2, last inhale, and then exhale, ease out of it. Hug your knees into your chest. Doing great, gang. High punch today. All right, keep that hug into your chest. We did a little rocking and rolling side to side. Let's go ahead and rock and roll up until you come all the way up and hold. All right, we're going to go into rolling like a ball or roll back, whatever you want to call it. So the key is, when you do this, I want you to look into your lower belly. So we have to address this final position. Now have your feet float up. You're going to wrap around and hold right at the lower shin. Grab them like 1-1. Like this hand goes here, this hand goes here. And then you can kind of think about bringing your heels to your tush. So just holding in this balanced position should feel like effort. If you roll like a ball, you have to envision a ball. It's rounded, it is not flat. If you have a flat spine, you will thud and you won't make it back up. So here's what we got to do. We got to scoop the belly, tuck the pelvis, look down into your abs, and then inhale your way back and exhale, come up to balance. But maybe the first one doesn't look pretty, and maybe it doesn't feel right, and maybe you don't make it up. Or maybe you do too much momentum and you make it up and you keep going. Well, that's just a practice. So do another one. We're going to be here for a bit. Don't expect perfection on the first one. Expect it on the second one. No, I'm just kidding. Nice. Okay, look into your belly on this one. Last one, look into your belly. Yes, come up and balance. Excellent. We are changing things. Stay balanced. We're moving the hands behind the knee. Hold on to your little knee nook back there, and that brings your lower leg into a parallel position to the floor. Still pinched together. Hollow out your belly. Now you can stay here and just balance, or you can roll back and roll up and hit your balance point there. It's up to you. We're going to have different levels. Excellent. And then we have 2 more. If you're rolling, you're going to do 2 more, but you're going to do them looking into your belly with your shoulders out of your ears. Come up and balance, hold. Let's hit teaser, 1 leg at a time. Take 1 leg and reach it up and away. That arm leaves and it just kind of hovers over your shin, and then the other leg matches, and then we hold. And we are balanced, and we are sucking our belly in, and we are thinking length as we take it down. You are going to reach your legs in one direction, you're going to suck your belly in, and you're going to go down, 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 and you're going to stretch out. And we are all set for roll up. Energize your lower body. Open your legs about a bit narrow of your mat, just a little bit narrow of the mat width. Flex hard through the ankle joint. You will be tempted to use a lot of momentum, and I'm going to let you use a little bit. But what I want you to call on is your backside. So squeeze your tush. Like, make roll up be a booty exercise. Flex hard. Inhale, and then on the exhale, get the arms moving, and then peel up, go over, go over, go over, go over, and stretch. Suck your abs in, the abs initiate, and then bring it up, hit your tallest point, and then scoop and take it back. You got it. Reach beyond. That was beautiful because we were all synchronized. I was just going to say, we don't have to be synchronized, but it looked so good. Maybe we should add that component in. Good. So just keep rolling through. I always like to pretend that there's something I've got to get over. Like there's a beach ball here. You got to go over it. Reach, reach, reach. And then you pull from your abs. So it's that whole like front ribs are the boss of the back ribs. When you peel up, you give yourself, there's a spot, we all have it, there's a spot where your body's going to fight you and it won't want to go up and over. It's like your sticky point. You're going to have to get through it. And I would suggest you not hold your breath. Power through. Make your exhale through that sticky part. Squeeze into your glutes. So don't break your rhythm because you're rolling nicely, but the next time you're on your way down, I want you to stop. What feels like halfway, it doesn't have to be exactly halfway. It's a place where you can hang out for a bit. So it's a place where you feel like, okay, this is work. Like I want you to be challenged, but I want you to feel like you can maintain. All right, plug your shoulder blades in. We've been there before. Now know your right and left. Take your right arm and you're going to reach back and beyond. Like I'm behind you and you want to high five me and we almost get there, but we're not touching each other. Now slow motion switch. Excellent. Yes, good. Suck that belly in. Remember, navel to spine. Hollow out. That was good. Okay, now come up 1 inch with your body and both arms go behind you. Good. Get your chin out of your throat. Flex harder through the ankle joint. Tuck your pelvis. We're going back, but we're not doing it with a flat spine. We are hollowing out, and then we're going to slow motion lower down. That is good. Take as long as you can to get there, and at some point you flop, and that's okay. And breathe. Whew, that was good. A couple big inhales and exhales. Hug your knees into your chest. I'm glad you liked it. All right, we're going to end the Pilates portion of the event with some sideline work. So we have options, but check in with your neck and just kind of analyze how is it feeling right now. I would suggest that, and let's roll over, we're all going to go onto our right side, so it's that way. Wherever you're at, just go into your right side. Have your right arm be like a pillow, and if you need to grab an actual pillow or a prop or anything, okay. And then for your placement on your mat, here's what we're going to do today. You're going to take, like your spine is flat, of course, you're going to bring it to the back of the mat, so scooch back. Nice. And then you're going to hinge at the hips, and you're going to bring your legs forward. And then you want to feel like, you have options here. So she's propped up, but I'm guessing you don't have any neck pain, because I've worked with her and I know that her neck is fine. If she did, she would just flop that down and just kind of rest here, or grab a pillow or a ball or something, just to make sure that your neck feels like an extension of your long spine. Top hand can do whatever you want. Fingertips balancing on the mat, great idea. You could zip it in here, whatever you want to do. And then, instead of like collapsing, like do it wrong, just fall into it. Instead of collapsing her hip up, she's going to lengthen, and here's the side body, the whole bit. We're not just targeting the lower body, we want everything on. She could reach so far with this that we could even, like a little mouse could crawl underneath here. So we've got it really, really long. Now we're going to keep that. No matter what we do with the legs, we're always thinking length. Suck your belly in tight and float your top leg up to about hip height and hold. Okay, now here's the deal. I like to cue it up with flexing through my ankle joint, heel away from me. For me, it makes my hip and my outer thigh, and I know you're working while I'm talking, it makes my hip and my outer thigh turn on. But if you flex and it's all quad, then don't flex. Take this moment to figure out, okay, what do I need to do to my ankle joint so that I feel it more in my outer thigh and hip? Nice. We're going to move slow. Suck your belly in. It's not spilling out. It's pulled in. We're going to inhale down, and we're going to exhale up. That's it. Simple. Inhale down, exhale up. But I want you to feel like every time you exhale, it comes from your lower belly. And I want you to feel like every time you exhale and lift your leg using your lower belly, your leg grows another inch. Good, we have a few more of these. So don't be able to see your body, because if you can see your body, you're like hunkered forward. And what would that look like if you were standing? Last one, hold at hip height. Hold there. Good, keep the flex if you've got that. If you had to grab something else in the ankle joint, that's fine too. We're gonna bring it forward and we're gonna bring it back. And I purposely didn't tell you how far because I want you to feel like your hip is unaffected. It's just the leg moving within the hip socket. So you reach forward, whatever the leg is doing, it's not affecting your upper body. It's a goal. Nice. Let's take it forward and hold it there. So it's forward, and now bring it forward 1 more inch. And now reach your hip away from your underarm so you stretch out your side body. And now tiny circles, like tennis ball size. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Reverse that. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and done. Very good. You can tap that out a little bit. Nice. Let's flip it on over to the other side. However you want to do it. Just make sure you did, in fact, switch to the other side. Otherwise, you'll be walking in circles. Okay, so but set it up like you did. Your back is toward the back of the mat. You hinge at the hip and you bring it forward. And then we float that leg up, and we put a lot of effort into sucking the belly in and stretching out the spine. And then once we have that length, we just go up and down. So just up and down. I don't care how high you go, but notice if she goes like really high, the hip just jumps up and the pelvis twists. So ideally, you're challenging yourself with your range of motion. Like you're going high enough that it feels like a challenge, but not so high that everything is compromised above. Good. Now bring it about hip height-ish and hold. And then from here, we're still thinking length. It's that like multi-directional component of Pilates. Yeah, she's going to be going forward and she's going to be going backward, but she's also thinking length. Like I'm standing here and she's trying to kick me on the way back. Nice. And then stabilize your upper body. Here's where sideline work is a full body postural exercise. You have to suck your belly in and stretch it out. Excellent. Remember, your neck is part of your spine, so you're looking straight ahead. Take it forward and hold it. Think of that tennis ball. Circles 8, 7, 6, tennis ball, 4, 3, 2, reverse it, 8, 7, 6, more belly, 4, 3, 2, 1, and done. Very nice. Tap that out. Bring it into your 4-point kneeling. Very good. All right, you want to take some